Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Friday afternoon. Beautiful day outside. Thank you so much for all of you out there joining us for the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham. Alongside Brett Pritchard, we'll be with you for the next hour, taking your phone calls, taking your comments, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics, some good, some bad. As always,
some ugly
potpourri.
You said some good, some bad. Might as well throw ugly in there, too.
Might as well. I can sum up the Auburn Blitz in one word. I suppose.
Yes, yeah. According to Joe Biden, I think he's playing the part, man. I think he's messing with all of us. I really do. Well, I think he's like, okay, I think they all think I'm stupid. So now I'm just going to play the part and watch this. I can sum up this in one word. Shut that bush, really, Billy Polo. I'm like, okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Whatever that word was.
Looks like Auburn Gymnastics moving along to the championship round. 4 teams left. A shocker. SUNY Lee wins the national championship there for the balance beam.
Yeah, I know everybody was surprised.
Yeah, so. No, but Auburn going to play are going to have that meet Saturday, so certainly that's good. ESPN, FPI, the Football Power
Randy
Index.
couldn't wait till
the Football Power Index has your Auburn Tigers at number 10.
Yeah, who did that, man?
Now, put that in perspective. They say they have a 0.2% chance of winning the national title.
Yeah, but anybody past number 9 has like a 0.7.
Of course.
I mean, so and lower. So just when you look at it from that standpoint, really the top 4 teams really have a legit chance. The FPI gives them, double-digit chance of winning the national championship. Everybody else, when you get to 5, it's 1.8%. So it's a precipitous drop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, let me preface this by saying these rankings mean nothing.
Well, of course they do.
But it's interesting. It is a mathematical formula.
Yeah, it's a computerized math, all numbers deal. This is not the human eye element looking at what we all have seen in the last 6 months with Auburn football, last 7 months of Auburn football.
92% chance for Auburn to win 6 games. If that makes you feel any better.
I mean, you would hope.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. I mean, you would hope they would pull – but look, how many more past 6 is the question.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where the rubber hits the road for this Auburn football team is what is it going to look like past that 6 that you think they're gonna win or or be favored in.
And also the day before it comes out with ESPN saying, oh, by the way, Auburn's got the most difficult schedule in the country.
Yeah, I said we don't really need any help losing right now. With in a text back to y'all, I said, this is not the best time in the world coming off the crap that we've been through in the all season to have the toughest schedule in the country. So it's already we've already got enough natural barriers to wins. We don't need any help. But hey, look, Auburn's used to playing one of the toughest schedules in the country every year. It does that really change that much? I mean, seriously. I mean, you got Alabama and Georgia every year, and LSU, and those 3 never roll off. Now Texas A&M's better, Arkansas is better, Ole Miss is better. You add Penn State in there as a non-conference game. I mean, this is just the norm for Auburn. Auburn's used to playing that. Randy said, "Can you tell me how?" I'd be thrilled with 8 wins. Where am I missing something? You're not missing anything. That's what you're not missing anything from the human perspective of looking at this team. There's not very many expectations around this team. I think this is why this has garnered so much attention in the last 24 hours when this came out. Because, I mean, frankly, when nobody was expecting Auburn to probably even be in the top 25. I mean, you lost your last 5 games last year. You had a coup attempt with your head football coach. Recruiting sucks right now, period. I mean, it just is what it sucks, man. Look, I'm not mincing words about our recruiting right now. We are not in the stratosphere of our top opponents in recruiting. We got to step that up. Look, let's be honest, okay? Let's call things as they are. Hey, we're going to give praise when praise is due, but we got to call crap, and that's what our recruiting is right now. And again, the attempted coup didn't help things, but with all that stuff, who in the world would have thought Auburn had been number 10? They weren't. So we've got a lot of holes in our team, depth issues and stuff like that. Man, I hope we come out and just start out 6-0. Man, and we come out and, this team has matured. Brian Harson's gotten this team over the hump mentally as far as all the junk. He's been able to keep all that out. All this has been banter through the media. It's been rat poison, as Nick Saban would call it. And, look, really, to be honest with you, none of us matter. It's about what Brian Harsin and his coaching staff can get those guys to do in that locker room. And we've seen it happen many times before. They got to believe in themselves. They got to believe they can go out and win. This team didn't have – I think this is probably a good point of talk, Andy. This team just didn't have a lot of confidence at the second half of the year. They peaked out at Arkansas. Everybody felt good. I remember the next week on this show, they just went on the road and beat a pretty good Arkansas team by double digits.
After beating Ole Miss.
And you look at it from a standpoint, they're number 12 in the country. You're like, man, Brian Harson's way ahead of schedule. And everybody talked about his demeanor and loved how he handled himself. And he's got that no nonsense about him on the sideline and all that. And then, man, it just fell apart. You lose a massive double-digit lead to Mississippi State at home, which you should never do, ever.
I even take it a step further. The first half of Mississippi State, just rolling.
Well, that's what I've just said.
Yeah,
you lose a massive double-digit lead.
What happened at halftime of that game?
What happened in the last 4 or 5 games, period? I mean, offensively, we had nothing, and that's the problem. It just kind of went away, and so.
But that 30 minutes of football, I think, had a lasting effect on the rest of the season.
I think it did. I think it was and then you come back, and after that, you felt like, well, man, they just blew that. Alabama's coming in next
week. Then Bo
week.
Nix gets hurt. That's a big factor in that, too.
It did, but then you think, well, we got 0 chance against Alabama, and you led the game the whole time except for the very end, and it's like, God, what kind of roller coaster are we on? So I hope we can get it to the level of this. Man, I'd love to see a 10-ranked team on the field. Randall says, what you doing watching this, Woody? So you can bet all you want in Vegas on Auburn.
Was that Joe Biden?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know. You bet all you want in Vegas on Auburn or over or under 5 wins. So
that's a
question. Said you can bet all. I guess I think it was a question. If you could bet all you wanted to in Vegas on Auburn, would it be on over or under the 5 wins?
5 wins, I would go over. If I got to choose one or the other. You going under?
No, I'm not going under.
Okay.
I'm not going under.
Okay.
I'm probably going to go
if you put it at 7, then you talk about that's a man.
You ain't betting everything on that.
I don't know if I could put all my money on them. Well, we'll run down the schedule and look at it.
I'm just telling you right now from a standpoint of, look, this is what garnered such a surprise from everybody, especially Auburn fans yesterday when they saw number 10. Nobody's mind is there right now with this program. We sure hope they can show us some different stuff.
That is a bet you can bet right now. Is what Ed said.
No, that's a bet you can. Oh, it is a
5,
bet.
So 5. They're putting the over-under at 5 wins for Auburn in Vegas right now.
And then FPI comes out with us number 10 in the country.
Well, now, again, I know. They're only predicting 7.5 wins. The guys
I'm going to ride with 5. I'm going to ride with over 5. That gives us 6. But you didn't win but 6 last year,
let's see.
did we? Didn't win but 6 last year.
Yeah, that's true. Mercer, win. San Jose State, win. Okay, Western Kentucky, win. There's 3 right off the bat.
Right.
All right.
You better hope.
Missouri, Penn State, Missouri, LSU, all 3 of those at home.
Missouri.
You give us 2 out of the 3?
Penn State, Missouri, and LSU. I'm going to give us 1.
1 out of the 3?
Probably.
Okay, so that's 4 wins. Arkansas, we beat them last year in Ole Miss.
Yeah, but it's a different story, man.
Mississippi State.
Why would you think we'd go there and win when we blew such a massive lead over here with less?
And Alabama, Georgia's out of the question.
So it's borderline, isn't it? Ty said, I predict Auburn goes 6-6. And he said if Auburn goes 6-6, Harsin will be gone, and Hugh Freeze or Jeff Grimes will be the next head coach. Hey, could I see that? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Could I see all of what he just said? Yeah, I could. Because I think that's what some of those guys that were trying to get Harsin out wanted anyway. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you.
It's hard to argue with that. By the way, when I think of Auburn baseball, I think of George Strait.
Easy come, easy go.
Just give it away.
Or just give it away. There's a lot of songs.
Just give it away. We got to take a break, but we'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed, and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
It's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Take your pick of the brand new Chevrolet Silverado Trail buses. The full-size pickups equipped for off-roading adventures. They're ready to roll. Now at Glenn Smith Chevrolet and discounted up to $5,000 off while they last. And you can get 0% financing on many new Chevrolet cars, trucks, and SUVs.
We have over 200 new and used vehicles on the ground or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz.
Going to be the best recruiting class in history.
Andy and Brett here with you for about 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us, brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. For all your building supply, home decor tools, whatever it might be, go and check out Russell Do-It Center today.
We're just reminiscing about that recruiting class. You were saying, we don't want to leave the public out. So you were saying, right now it seems like we're on the way to Harsin doing a pretty good job with the commitments we've got, plus the ones Crystal Ball. But we go back to Kool-Aid McKinstry and Dylan Brooks. Now, we did get Dylan Brooks and Lee Hunter. We ended up getting Lee Hunter. He left. But I think at one time we had the entire top 5 of that recruiting class, and 3 of them were 5 stars. The other 2 were high 4 stars, and they were all like 100%
leaning.
100%. Yeah. I mean, it was like 100%. And it was like, man, this could be the best recruiting class Auburn's had. And then at signing day, we ended up with Lee Hunter.
Yeah.
So
he never played it down.
And then he never played. And so we got Lee Hunter left, and we got Dylan Brooks back, and he actually played good in the spring game. So hopefully, and he was the number 1 recruit in the state that year, most of the year. Dylan Brooks was. So glad to have him back. But some other comments coming in. Ty said, I said that Auburn will go 7-5. Ed said the 6-6, number 8 in recruiting, save Harsin, or 8-5 and number 17 in recruiting get him fired. I'm gonna say probably neither. I'm gonna say that the 6-6. And if he recruits that high in 6-6, he'll stay. And if he goes 8-5 and number 17, I think he stays too. I don't think he loses his job either way.
Well, I mean, if you win more than 6, I mean, clearly you could say you're moving in a positive direction because you went 6 and 7 last year.
Right.
So yeah,
all right. So let's be honest. We're talking about this Auburn preseason ranking that came out yesterday with ESPN. This is a very friendly front end of the schedule for Auburn. Mm-hmm. It's not a very friendly back end of the schedule. So
better start out 5-0.
Does this team has to go 5-0?
Yeah, I think you might get away with 4-1, but yeah, it would.
If they don't,
really
all right. If they go 4-1. I mean, do you see them with a chance of a losing record?
If you go,
the rest of the way out. I mean, that's 6 more games.
I think Auburn can beat Ole Miss. I think they can beat Arkansas, certainly at home. I think they can beat Mississippi State on the road. So
I think none of those teams are world beaters. I think they're all some above average, but
I'm not convinced that Texas A&M will be great.
We don't know anything yet. They've got a lot of pressure on them. Actually, they have a massive amount of pressure on them.
The math says Texas A&M 7.5 wins to Auburn 7.4. So apparently this same formula don't think a whole lot of Texas A&M.
It don't think a lot because, you look at what Jimbo's been able to do. And I brought this up about Kevin Sumlin. Him and Jimbo Fisher's record are identical right now at this point. I mean, all the way around. What's going on? What is it? Did I say something?
No, it's me.
We got to go I think we have a phone call. I can't see through there. So,
yeah, I must have been drunk when I did this schedule.
Oh, really?
I got a bye on there twice.
Okay. Well, maybe we need a bye twice.
I got Ole Miss on there twice, so I don't know.
Well, can we? I mean, it depends on how good they are. We might want to play them multiple times. But Kevin Sumlin, his record is the exact same.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Well, what were they? What are they? 34.
They were 7.5 team. I mean,
well, but the first 4 years for Kevin Sumlin are exactly the same as the first 4.
We got
years
the caller back. I think.
So I think we got them now. Caller, go ahead. You're on the Auburn Blitz.
Guys, how y'all doing today?
What's up, brother?
Hey, Brett, you're preaching this day, ain't you? I'm right along with you, buddy. You're nailing it. Nailing it. No sense in sugarcoat things on Good Friday because the recruiting class does suck. It does. It's bad. And did I hear y'all correctly? The over/under is 5 wins.
Well, that's what Ed commented on our Facebook post here on Facebook Live out in Vegas. You apparently can get that right now. You can bet over or under 5 for Auburn.
I'd go over, but I'm not real comfortable with it. I've got to be honest. I mean, if Brian Harsin throws up another 6 and 7, I suggest he goes to the post office in Auburn and gets a change of address because that's what he's going to need. Because how do you blow a 24-point lead, Brett, at the Andy at the Mississippi State game at home? By the way, at home. That's what bothered me the most at home.
Well, you shouldn't. Again, look, I don't want to diminish the Mississippi State's existence, but if you ever get up 24 on them, it don't matter if you're playing them on the moon. If you're Auburn, you shouldn't lose the game. And
no, not at home. That's
right. I think that's what left
in my craw.
Well, I think that's what left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Was it necessarily was just the fact that it was in Jordan-Hare Stadium and they were up so big and to allow a mediocre. This was not a Dak Prescott-led Mississippi State team or anybody in the past that they've had, that might have been a really good team. This was a very mediocre Mississippi State team at best that just completely flipped the script on Auburn and really blew Auburn out in the second half. So I don't know. Look, I'm not trying to go down a negative road. What I'm trying to do is be real about the expectations of our football program where it sits now. I hope and pray that this team and Brian Harsin and them, whatever, really, I'll say this again, none of us really matter in the scheme of things, okay? It's what that coaching staff and those players are able to come together and do. That's what will determine either success or non-success on the field in the fall. That's really how it all comes out.
I say, Brett, I can agree with you for the most part, but the second part, if the fans stop showing up and putting rear ends in the seats, that'll get you fired quick. Got Gene Chizik ran off.
Well, I'm saying from trying to determine what the results will be. Yeah, if it's poor play, then the fans and the pressure will take care of what needs to be taken care of. But if you're a head football coach and you got players in there, you're telling everybody it really ain't about anything outside of this locker room. And we got to go out there and do the things we got to do and prepare ourselves to win and block all that other stuff out.
Well, Brett, can you remember about over 20 years ago, Terry? I'll take you all the way back to Terry Bowden's tenure at Auburn. I remember a reporter, Neil McCready, you might remember.
I know Neil well.
The reason he was fired was recruiting. And that's the same thing Brian Harsin's fixing to go through. He wouldn't go and recruit guys. He kept trying to find, he kept going to get Markeith Cooper and DeMontre Carter looking for Warwick Dunn. He thought Damian Craig could beat Charlie Ward. That's what he was doing. Whatever he told him to do is what he would do.
Right.
And that's what got him fired, along with some indiscretions that I won't get into. But you know where I'm going. Because he kept recruiting these 165 and 70-pound running backs.
Yeah, it didn't work, and it cost him his job. Hey, Terry, we got to run, brother. We're up against the break.
Take care, guys.
Thank you, brother.
We'll be back with more right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local Cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, their compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new, convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you for about 30 more minutes left in today's show, brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate. Give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com, for all your real estate needs here in this area or down there on the coast as well. We're talking about Auburn, a lot of different things going on, as mentioned. Equestrian not going to win the national championship this year. They got put out. The playoffs there, I guess, I don't know what you call it, playoffs. I don't know. It's equestrian. Postseason, thank you very much. By SMU. But the gymnastics program moving along, they will compete on Saturday And so that
At
one, I
noon.
think, is going to be on national television.
It'll be on ABC. It'll be ABC at noon.
Who is it? Auburn and Florida?
Utah and Oklahoma.
Utah and Oklahoma. There you go.
Auburn and Florida were in the regional.
Florida's really, really, really good.
Yeah, and you know what? They started off terrible. They had 3 girls on vault that just had not so good scores, I'll be honest. And Auburn really started off well on the bean. Missouri was so-so, and I think Michigan was ended up having a good start.
Michigan won it last year, right?
A good start on the floor. And, Florida and Michigan were number 2 and 3 in the country in that side, and then we were 7, and I think Missouri was 11. But anyway, after the first rotation, I thought, man, we're sitting in great shape. Of course, you just got to finish in the top 2. But Florida, I think, was either 3rd or 4th after the first rotation. I'm like, wow. They're going to have to fight, but then they fought all the way back and won the thing. I was at that regional in Auburn, and on that Saturday, and Florida just looked unbeatable, and they end up being in the same side in the semifinal with Auburn, and the 2 make it out again. So 2 SEC teams, both on the same, on that same side, make it out, and then of course Utah and Oklahoma and Alabama got knocked out yesterday. I think they ended up finishing 3rd on their side. So, but there's 2 SEC teams once again.
It's going to be the highest, no matter what happens, it's going to be the highest Auburn's ever finished. So that's a good thing, and it's what you would expect. Auburn really let one slip away last night in Starkville. They lose 7-6. They take a 6-5 lead
they took
into the ninth inning. They give up 2 in the 7th and give up 2 in the 9th. Give up 2 in the 9th without even giving a hit up. Blake Burkhalter comes in and
pitched a great 8th.
Pitched a
good 9th. Had to pitch.
Well, he walks the leadoff guy. Dadgummit, he's been so good about not
walked
walking
the 2 guys all year. And the thing is man, you gotta. But when you, it should have been erased.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I mean, pitcher takes all the blame a lot of times. And no, I know that 80% of the time the leadoff walk ends up biting you in the rear end, and it bit Auburn last night. But he's a good pitcher. He got a routine ground ball to the second baseman that should have erased that walk. Should have been 2 outs, nobody on, and Burkhalter's dealing again. Instead, a bobble. Now you got 2 on, no outs, and then just when you get to that point, you felt the wheels. And at that point in time, Burkhalter had already thrown about 40 pitches, so you knew what was coming. But I thought Butch Thompson made the right decision and put him in the 8th, because once Auburn grabbed that 1-run lead,
this had been the formula on Friday.
Right. Get that 1-run lead and you close it out, and just you got to make plays, man. You just got to make plays, and especially
you got to get one.
Yeah, he fumbled it so bad, and they fell down. You got nothing.
Yeah, that was bad.
No, it was the biggest.
I mean, look, I mean, I feel for him. I know everybody hates. Nobody hates it worse than he does. But Trace Bright going tonight. This will be on SEC Network Plus, and then Joseph Gonzalez. Hopefully, Auburn can come back from that. You wonder what their mental state will be. But
you got to erase that, man.
Absolutely,
you got to just
put it behind you and go forward. They
don't let that game beat you twice.
They can still win this series.
Well, don't let that game beat you twice.
Yeah.
Thinking about what could have been.
Yeah, no doubt. So baseball tonight. Softball got a series with Niagara going today.
They need to be out of SEC play right now.
That's why I say it's a good chance for them to get their head right after losing a couple of a series.
They've lost 3 series in a row now. They've lost to Kentucky, Florida, and then they got swept by Arkansas. So this is they're trending downward. This is what I was hoping would not happen with Mickey Dean off to such a great start. But this softball team,
they're young.
I know they've played 2 really good programs in Florida, and 3. I mean, Kentucky too. But Arkansas just looks ridiculous right now. I had a chance to win at least one of those though, and couldn't get it done. But in this league, it's so tough. And
well, they got a run rule in the midweek. They can sweep if they can just sweep through Niagara, and then I think they got 2 midweek games next week. They could really get the bats going again and maybe feel good about themselves going into the next SEC series. So that would certainly be good for them. But so that there's a lot of stuff going on right now with Auburn sports. We'll come back. We'll dive back into this a little bit with Auburn being the number 10 team in the ESPN Football Power Index with the number 1 most difficult schedule in the country coming up in 2022. So
what a great
love to hear from you. 256-234-6221. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs. Or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
The water level may be down, but that doesn't mean it's not a great time to consider selling your lake home, acreage, or condo, as it's worth more money now than ever before, as there are far more buyers than there are homes available. Ask yourself, how much money am I leaving on the table, and why am I trying to do this alone when I can call Century 21 Lake Area Realty and get more for my property than what it's worth and let them do all the work?
Hi, I'm Rhonda Gaskin, Century 21 Lake Area Realty. We're ready to jump in and do the work for you.
Call 256-825-4800. Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River Region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, Brubaker, Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you for just a couple more segments left in today's show. Brought to you by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Interest rates going up. So, I've been warning you about this for a while now, but 256-397-0248. 256-397-0248. You might still be able to get a good rate there, if possible.
You need to act now.
Yeah.
What are you waiting on? I mean, you better know what's coming. So, But anyway, just kind of diving back into this, Patrick said, can we just fast forward to Auburn basketball? Look,
who was it said 210 days to basketball?
Yeah, I think Justin did. So, but here's the deal. I mean, right now Auburn baseball, they gave that one away last night. They're playing pretty doggone good. Basketball didn't end the way it wanted to, but had a great season, won the conference. So there's no complaints there. Just got to get some guys that can hit some threes. It's not used to seeing a Bruce Pearl team with guys that really can't shoot.
I think Traore is in.
He signed.
He signed. So that's.
There's going to be some more coming with him. He's not done as far as getting more guys to join the team. So just got to get the football thing figured out. And I know that's a mouthful, but Brian Harson's got to get players in here. He's got to recruit well this year. If he doesn't recruit well, we're going to be talking about this again, and it makes you feel a lot better when you know you got the players. If you don't have the players, you don't have a lot of expectations. Seriously.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, if you've got the makeup, you can make the pie. But I mean, if you don't have that, if you don't have the ingredients, then we're chasing our tail.
I was on Gary Harris's show in Tuscaloosa this morning doing the Auburn segment, and it's like I told him about the Robbie Ashford type quarterback that I like, because in this league in modern day football, you got to have a guy that can move around. Zach Calzada can move around. Jarrett Stidham moved around enough. You've got to have a guy that's a threat to keep the defense honest. That's got to honor that quarterback that can scramble at any time to get a first down. If you've got dead legs back there, then you've become basically you've taken that element out, and now you've made it tougher on all the other dimensions of the offense to execute. So if you keep a linebacker in the box to honor that quarterback, now other parts of the field open up for your passing game. It opens up for other different things. If you got a free roamer out there now, because if he takes off and runs, I can be all the way on the other side of the field and still run him down. And TJ Finley, unfortunately, doesn't give Auburn that option. And he and I talked about that first drive is prototypical TJ Finley. You drive down the field, you have a curl route with a tight end that's wide open on the hash mark, and he overthrows him. Wide open. There's nobody within 5 yards of him. Wide open. The next pass, he makes one right on the money in the end zone. He throws it right where the receiver had to catch it. And it's like, but the problem is you cannot be inconsistent.
Yeah.
In this league, you got to be able to move the football down the field and keep the offensive drives going. And TJ Finley may hit 4 passes in a row, and he may miss his next 4.
But it's not like he's missing by an inch either.
He was way overthrown.
Way bad. And those lead to pick sixes.
And Justin just came in and said, 21 players out, only 4 in. I mean, the numbers don't lie. We got to get some depth.
Now you got to factor into that, though. There's at least, 5 or 6 that should be gone that are coming back.
Well, I get that. But to me,
I'm just saying that mitigates that number a little bit.
Well, but to me, that just means it could have been a lot worse. Yeah, I mean, if those guys decided they wanted to hightail out, we'd be in worse shape.
I agree.
So thank God they decided to come back.
I agree.
I mean, I'm just being honest because
and most of those are on the offensive line.
Right, but the 21 that's way above average of what people lose in the portal. Okay, let's be honest about it.
Again,
I expect to lose
a coaching change,
but
sometimes you have a mass exodus.
Well, I mean, they were there. Yeah, I mean, I can buy that, but I mean, 10 or 11 would be high to me.
I get it.
21.
I think we got to reframe our minds a little bit. with the transfer portal. So you're going to have a little
who's he
high
getting?
number.
All right, so who's he getting
21's
right now?
high. I agree. 21's high.
I'm saying who's he going out? Okay, forget that. They're gone. Who's he getting to come in and replace and fill the needs? Right now, everybody's going out and getting players. Alabama's picked up 2 or 3. I mean, we were in contention for that kid from Vanderbilt. He chose Alabama, but we're not. I think we lost another guy to a lesser than school than us that we had a chance. I mean, what are we doing wrong? That's the question.
It's a fair point. It's not like the guys are flocking to Auburn, and clearly there's a reason for that. People look at Auburn right now and wonder, is Brian Harsin? I mean, even if the fans don't want him, then why would somebody else from another school want to come?
This is where that attempted coup comes in. Okay, if the guy was already struggling, you made it 10 times worse because, okay, if he has changed his demeanor, he has changed his approach, and he goes into these houses and to recruit these kids, and the kids and the families really may like him. And they go, man, I could see you playing for him, or I could see myself playing for him. And then you go, well, Coach, you going to be there next year? I mean, they tried to – what happened? You know, you've got that part of doubt in these kids' minds like, man, I don't know that I want to go to a place in a year that's going to be flipped upside down. I'm going to have to be doing this all over again.
And Justin brings up this rule is a rule that if going from one SEC school to another, if you don't enter the portal by December, you can't play in this class. Is that what?
Can't get any SEC guys that can contribute this year if they didn't enter the portal before February 1.
February 1. So there you go. So
does that count for that? Is that an SEC? Is that an SEC rule? Is that an SEC? Because I'm asking.
I think that's correct. I think that's just from one SEC school to the other.
Okay, because I know Gibbs came over from Georgia Tech from out to Alabama. Obviously, the kid from Spencer Rattler came from Oklahoma to South Carolina.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the offensive line
just
from Vanderbilt,
right?
You're just talking about to Alabama.
Was he not going to be able to play?
I mean, not this year, I don't guess. If he just
why would he want to do? Why are you going to wait again?
I don't know. It's good.
Huh?
Well, I mean, Justin says he thinks it's just SEC.
I hadn't heard that. So.
All right, we got to take another break. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Friday, right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, their compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Friday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Hope you have a great weekend out there. A lot of Auburn sports going on. Auburn going to have it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series with the baseball. So
maybe get that game in tomorrow.
Really need to. Yeah, that's true. Softball, you wonder, a lot of rain coming in tomorrow. So wondering if those are going to be double headers, or we'll see what happens with that. But speaking of transfers, JT Daniels headed to West Virginia, leaving Georgia.
Who cares? I mean, seriously. I mean, that's about the biggest.
Well, a lot of people thought, maybe after spring Auburn might look, but no, not gonna.
No, who cares?
So there you go. But anyway,
that was really biggest. I mean, he hasn't done anything in 2 years.
He's done as much or less than Zach Calzada,
I guess. We'll see. Hopefully we'll see a little bit of Zach Calzada sooner than later when they start fall camp.
You putting all your eggs in his basket?
No.
It'll
be between. I mean, let's just use some common sense, folks. It needs to be between Robbie Ashford and Zach Calzada.
How impressed were you with Robbie Ashford? You think he could be a winner in the SEC?
Yeah, I do. He can move around. I mean, it's hard to tell a mobile style quarterback in a spring game because they're wearing an orange jersey when they take off running, which he did several times, and the play was blown dead. You had an opportunity to do some. You didn't get to see the full array of what he can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he moves well though.
The ball jumps out of his hand too when he throws it. So, look, man, I think we all know if T.J. Finley runs out there, you better go bet under.
There's a reason T.J. Finley took the majority of the number one snaps.
Is there really? There's
obviously.
Why would he have been? Well, Robbie Ashford ain't been there, but how long? I mean, what else would you give the guy? I mean, he played the last 3 games of the season, and I mean, just tell me what Brian Harsin would have done. I mean, other than run him out there with the first team. He's the only guy returned that had any snaps from last year. It's just a gift. Basically, it's like a Lifetime Achievement Award. You've been here the longest. You get to run out there with the first team. I mean, Robbie Ashford hadn't been here very long. I mean, if I'm on the playground, who am I picking? I'm picking Robbie Ashford. I'm not picking DJ Finley. I'm not going to pick a guy that can't move.
Yeah.
And then that one pass he completed, let's just be honest, he would have gotten just obliterated. The guy got to him and tagged him before he threw the ball. And, I mean, the way he was standing there, if that had been real action, it would have been an obliteration.
Dawson dropped one that probably would have been a 50-yard gain and a touchdown, too.
I understand that.
So, there's that.
Well, let me tell you what that is. A maximum of 6 and 6. That's what that is. And if Brian Harsin wants to put his career on the back of TJ Finley, look, I ain't been to practice. I don't watch it every day, but I have what I've seen every time we can see something, it's the same stuff. Okay? Yeah. So, look, I held out hope that I was going to see something different in the spring game. I didn't see anything different. I saw the same junk. So let's cut through the PC and just call it like it is. He's a 6 and 6 quarterback in this league. And 4 of those wins are cupcake wins that you could probably go out there in a single wing and win. Tank Bigsby could probably line up and take a direct snap and just methodically move the ball down the field against a few of those teams that you got out of conference and have just as good a chance of winning.
Maybe we ought to try that.
Don't think with the depth we got this year you might not see it. But what I'm saying is, does Brian Harsin really think that's the guy that's going to take Auburn to the next level? Seriously. I mean, I'm being honest now.
If he does, then maybe he doesn't need to beat Auburn.
I think you just summed it up.
Okay.
Okay.
You got your taxes in order?
Who's going to be the quarterback? Honestly, realistically, I think it's going to be Zach Calzado or Robbie Ashford.
I think you're right. I mean, that's where I would go.
I don't want to bash the kid. I'm not trying to be up here and just pound TJ Finley, but TJ Finley, we've seen enough. Nothing has changed. Nothing has gotten better in the areas that we wanted to see get better. Now, he's got another camp to go through, but we know what we got with him. It's the reason he ain't at LSU anymore.
I agree. He was not going to be the starter at LSU.
He was not going to play. So, there you go.
1910 on this day, Howard Taft. William Howard Taft becomes the first president to throw out the first pitch. For all you trivia buffs out there.
Did it get to the plate?
That's a good question. It was not a strike. I don't know.
No footage of that.
Yeah, no footage of that. 1912. Well, actually, 1912, yesterday, the Titanic hit an iceberg. Today is the day that it actually sank into the sea at 2:27 a.m. off the coast of Newfoundland, and the band played on.
And we had a meme of that.
Yes, we did.
That
went across the world.
It went viral.
Happy birthday today, James J. Jeffries, one of the first heavyweight boxing champions. Elizabeth Montgomery, Bewitched. Roy Clark, man, that dude could play the guitar.
He could.
Have you ever seen some of the footage of him?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Did you watch Hee Haw?
I did. How could you not watch
Hee Haw? You're a big Hee Haw fan.
Huge Hee Haw. Walt Hazard, I just like the name. He was an NBA guy. Michael Cooper, great for the Lakers back in Showtime.
Right.
Emma Thompson, nice, great actress. Lynn Austin, the first Hooters girl.
You felt like she needed some.
I just felt like she needed some publicity.
She needed some publicity. She got a lot.
Yeah, that's right. That is true. Linda Perry, head
was that the second Hooters girl?
Lead singer of Four Non Blondes.
Okay.
Dara Torres, the great swimmer. Burnett's baseball player, Jason Sehorn.
Yeah.
Last white cornerback that I remember playing.
In the NFL.
Peter Billingsley, Ralphie.
Milton Bradley.
From the Christmas, the
Milton
baseball player.
Not the
games, yeah. Chris Stapleton, great singer, and Emma Watson, actress as well.
Good stuff.
That's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for being with us. He's Brett, I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.